y'all care or not. Oh. What is up and what is good, y'all? It is your girl Auntie Liz and we are back with another sneaker unboxing. As you guys can read by the title, I have been fortunate enough to have been able to get the A Ma Maniere X Jordan 4 collab, which released probably almost a month ago now. It's December 10th when I'm filming this, so I think like 3 weeks ago, almost a month now. I actually got it from the A Ma Maniere website. Unfortunately not in my size, so I will not be keeping these. So with that being said, if you guys don't know who or what A Ma Maniere is, it's this brand, black owned, coming out of Atlanta. A Ma Maniere means my way. My way or the highway. Or the way. Something like that. But it's a black owned business coming out of Atlanta and they've been doing these fire ass collabs lately with Jordan. I think last year was when they did the Jordan 3. I'll put pictures up here, which in my personal opinion is probably the best one so far, at least. And then this year I believe they did the Jordan 1s and then the Jordan 2s, both highs, no lows. And then, or maybe that was last year, I'm not too sure, but they did come out with silhouettes in 1, 2, 3, and now they are on the Jordan 4 silhouette. This one might be my second favorite so far, so I'm super glad that I actually get to see it in hand and feel it out with you guys and then show you all the little details that A Ma Maniere puts into their shoes. They're pretty much, in their shoes, they like to do like the purple, burgundy, browns, creams, grays, like that type of color scale, which is super cool because I think those colors are super lush and no one really tends to go towards purple when they do collabs. So I think this is super cool of them to be doing and I can't wait to show you guys. So let's get to the unboxing. As I mentioned in the intro, I was very fortunate enough to have hit on these on the A Ma website when they dropped, but unfortunately they are not in my size. They are actually a size 10.5. I'm gonna show you all the box so you can see how big it is. Definitely not my size, because y'all know when I show y'all my size I can literally hold the box like this, but this literally takes up the whole entire screen. But so I will be reselling these eventually because I've been so busy, as you guys can tell, because I haven't uploaded in like 4 months. Anyways, back to the sneaker unboxing. Here is the A Ma Maniere Jordan 4 box. So it actually comes with this transparent shoebox protector, I guess is what I'm gonna call it. It's just plastic, but it has one side that's open so the shoe can slide out and then the other side is closed. It's clear so you could see the color of the box on the inside, but it has the A Ma logo all over it, which I thought was pretty cool. The first time I saw something like this was the Jordan 1 Fragment Travis Scott. Those came with plastic covering with his little drawings on it, and then also his reverse mochas came with that same plastic covering on it as well, and I think that's super sick. I think adding these plastic covers definitely lets the brand that Jordan's collaborating with add a little bit more of their spice to it, and there's something that they could customize to the specific project, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm a box, first of all, I keep my boxes. I keep all my boxes. 2, I just love looking at the boxes because each box, at least now that I've been noticing, is that at least lately, a lot of boxes lately have been coming out with boxes that kind of match the shoe. So for example, the Lightning 4s came in that yellow box with the gray lid. The white Oreos also came with like a white lid and a gray box. I think it's pretty cool and it gives a little something different to each shoe, but I think it helps differentiate the shoe and makes the shoe stand out even more from the rest of your collection, if you have a collection, you know? Anyways, enough of that box rant. Here is the plastic covering with the A Ma logo all over it, and here is the box itself. So these are the A Ma Maniere X Jordan 4 Violet Ores. That's the official colorway. So it's not really a violet color, like a purple color. It's more of like a purple with like a muted violet, I guess. Like a brownish violet if you add brown to violet, just like mute it down, which is kind of what I was talking about in the intro. That's A Ma's typical color scale, which I think is pretty sick because I think a lot of people are into that neutrals. So I think adding purple to the mix definitely definitely helps people spice up their wardrobe, those who like to dress in neutrals. So as I was saying, the color of the box comes in the same color as the shoe. Here we have the violet ore box. It has a black Jordan logo with the white fight flight font. Say that shit 5 times fast. I dare you. I dare you. Don't make fun of me. Anyways, looking at the box, if you flip it this way, it actually says A Ma Maniere. Flipping it this way, we have the logo. On the other side, we also have A Ma Maniere. And then on this side, with the sizing, we have A Ma Maniere logo. And then we have the Jordan flight symbol. I don't know if you guys can tell from the video, but there's this like clear coating that they added on the bottom of the box that has that same cement pattern that they do on every Jordan 4, but instead, because the box is completely, both the lid and the bottom of the box are completely the same color, they still wanted to pay homage to that, so they added clearness to it. I don't know if you guys can see the reflection, but it's the same paint splatter cement color that they do on every Jordan 4 box, but in their own way. I could go on a whole rant about this like I just did about boxes, but I won't. I would bore you guys to death. I thought that was a pretty cool touch, and what they did with this box it completely matches the shoe. Opening the box, once you open the box, it has this cool pixelated picture. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Can you guys tell from far away? Is it easier to tell? Oh, you know what? I think it's Michael Jordan. Like up close, it looks like one of those fucking psychiatrist pictures, you know, what do you see? And it's like a paint splatter. But from like up close, you can't see it. But from far away, I think it is Michael Jordan. I just don't know what picture it is. But I think this is him right here. But it's like super pixelated. And then it has the A Ma logo right here all across. This is so sick. I wish more people would pay attention to details like this. And I think that's what's cool about collaborating with Nike and Jordan. I feel like they give you a lot to work with and they let you have that space to be creative, you know, with something like this. Opening the box, the tissue paper also has that same A Ma logo all over it, which I thought was cool too. And here is the shoe itself. I just wanted to show y'all what it looks like in the box before I pull them out. I'm gonna show y'all one shoe at a time, but together I will show you what they look like cohesively, because there's definitely some cool stuff that comes with each right and left pair, if that makes sense. So here is the left shoe. This one has the dog tag on it. We'll get to the dog tag once I show y'all the specs of the shoe. So it's violet ore and it's completely suede, but it's probably the nicest suede I've ever felt. It's super lush, to be honest. It's super soft, it's super bouncy, and I think this is, like I said, this is probably the best suede I've ever felt. So we have the violet all over suede. I'm gonna say blacked out because violeted out does not sound correct at all, but the whole shoe is completely blacked out in this violet ore colorway. So if you guys can see, it is on the toe box and then also on the lace holders, and also in this webbing that Jordan 4s all have. It's completely violet. It's also suede on the inside, which I thought was a cool touch. And then also with these triangular lace holders as well. They are violeted out. And then we have the black and cream midsole all around, and the stars are also in the violet color, and the bottom is the cream with the, this is a black Nike hit, sorry, on camera it doesn't look black. And then we also have violet on the heel. So just so I could get it over with and quit hiding it. On the dog tag, so every Jordan 4 actually comes with a dog tag. Usually it's a square, it's orange, sometimes they change the color, but it has Nike Air on it or it says Jordan Flight on it. But on this one, it's actually rectangular. It says A Ma Maniere 4, and then it has the Jordan Flight logo on the bottom, the Air Jordan logo on it, which I thought was cool, which is a cool touch. I think that also is what makes the shoe really cool. It's very customized to the brand A Ma Maniere, and they are very lucky that they got to have such creative freedom on a shoe like this. On this specific tongue, at least on the left pair. Let me grab the right pair. We could compare the differences. So the right pair is almost completely the same. I'll show you guys what makes it different after this. So on the left side, you guys can see it has the A Ma logo, but it says light on the bottom. And then the right right side has the regular Jordan flight symbol on it. Same, literally a complete same, even down to the back heel tabs. The heel tabs on these shoes are actually blacked out, which I thought was cool. I think they could have went with like the same violet color, but I think that would have been too much violet. So I appreciate the blacked out portion of the heel tab. I feel like because the shoe is so cohesive, because it is the same color, it just looks more sleek. I think if they did a completely different webbing here, it wouldn't have been bad at all, but I think it just would have taken away from the sleekness of the shoe. It's just a clean shoe, period, just because of how not even plain it is. Like, just because it does only have basically 3 colors on it or 1 color on it, it doesn't make it basic because of the details that they've added to it. Speaking of the details, if you guys can see, the inner sock lining is actually this super cool like satin quilted material. It's super plush. It actually bounces right back up. I think that's super cool of them to add. It, like I said, it adds to the lushness and the sleekness of the shoe. Probably the only problem I would find with that is maybe the shoe would be more tighter, because feeling it out, it seems, yeah, the quilting follows all the way down. People say that Jordan 4s are already uncomfortable as is, so maybe sizing up in these if you have a wider foot wouldn't be such a bad idea. But maybe because it's quilted, it might add more comfiness. Not too sure. If you guys know, leave a comment down below, I guess. Now, another detail that they added was on the insole itself, right at the heel. It actually has this cool tag looking thing, and it's stitched on. It says A Ma Maniere. It says A Ma Maniere, inspired by street culture, fashion, and the greatest athlete in history. And then it says season, HO'2022. I think HO stands for holiday 22, and then it says approved by, and it's literally signed by Michael Jordan. Not literally signed, but his name is stitched onto the tag, which I thought was a cool touch to the shoe. I feel like when you collab with brands like Jordan and Nike, they give you a lot of creative freedom, as they should, you know? I think that just makes collabing with them even more of a milestone. So another detail is also, it actually has these pins on it on the heel portion, and this is kind of like a steel black pin, and it has the A Ma Maniere A logo on it, and it's the same on the right shoe as well. I didn't notice this at first, but I think that was a super cool touch. It just adds to the quilted pattern that they were going with. Usually when things are quilted, they have that pin on it. I think that's what they were going for, but regardless, I think it's a super cool touch. It's super small, so I don't know if it really needed it. I think adding it to it definitely. I think because the shoe is so muted, having this little piece of metal kind of stand out and shine at you, I think that's pretty cool, actually, now that I think about it. And then the last detail I think is the coolest. So actually what A Ma does is, I think that every shoe that they've done is they add like a Jordan quote, I believe. I can't actually say if this is a Jordan quote, but anyways, on the inner heel tab, on the actual pulley tab, I don't know if you guys could see, there's like little text on the back. So on the right shoe, it says, "It's not about the shoes, ... And on the left shoe, it says, "It's about where you're going," and then it has the Michael Jordan signature as well. And I thought that was super cool, because it's not one of those things that with the insole, it's not something that people from the outside eye can see. When you see it, you're like, oh, there's a A Ma Maniere 4s, but they add these little details which make the shoe even more valuable than it is, if that makes sense, especially if you're a huge Jordan fan, period, because kind of like memorabilia at that point. If that is Michael Jordan's actual quote, I think that's super cool of them to be able to get to do, you know? All in all, that is the A Ma Maniere X Jordan 4 Violet Ors. I'm sorry that I didn't get to try these on for y'all, but I don't think I needed to. These shoes are just so sick in and of itself that I think they spoke for themselves for sure. And that was it for today's video, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's been a minute. It literally says 4 months since I've uploaded a video, but I was gonna upload a SneakerCon vlog, but there were just so many people, and I actually had stuff that I wanted to buy, but I was kind of too focused on buying, and it had been so long since I vlogged that it was kind of hard for me. I also went with some friends, and I feel like I just wanted to spend time with them, you know? I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys continue watching. I hope I continue making videos. But you know, I work full time, I try my My bad. I hope you guys realize that. That was all. And tell your mom, tell your friends, tell your dog, and tell your aunties too to go check out Auntie Liz on YouTube. More love, more life always.